Good morning and welcome to MightyOxTrading. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone's had a great night, ready for a great day. I didn't get anything done on the charts so let's just look at ES and NQ overnight. Huge drop there in the middle of the night. Must have been some news. We hit a high of 66.67, low, and trying to bounce at 66.02. Hey, I can do that math. That's 65 points. Morning, Jay Jackson. How are you today? NQ 422 for the high, all the way down to 133 for the low. Almost 300 points. Hey, Sire, how are you? Quick look at gold. Up and down. Crude oil. Popping back up. Wow. So overnight we hit a high of 116.56, it looks like. And now it's back up to 116.29, but it is giving double bells on the 15-minute chart. And Bitcoin sitting around 68.1. So that's where we sit standing, whatever body posture you're choosing to take today. Missed a nice double bell setup there, thanks to my neighbors. So now let me take a minute to catch my breath. Blue candle here. Kind of like it. I kind of love it. I kind of want some more of it. Maybe. Yeah, struggling. It ended up not being blue. I think it could still go, but wasn't a clean signal. Gold pushing down a little bit. Glad I did not take that signal. I mean, it wasn't even a signal, so I'm glad I didn't convince myself that it was a signal. I apologize. I've been here talking to myself as I muted and then forgot to unmute. So things are going swimmingly. So Trump said a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. He said that about 8 minutes ago. We have U.S. durable goods report coming up in about 13 minutes. There's a pop. Don't know if I want to trust the pop, but it's a pop.
Order filled.
We'll trust the pop. Because once you pop, you can't stop. Ooh, wow. Glad I trusted the pop.
Target filled.
20 points. Wow. Big boom. Up 40 points. I could have got way more, but I'll be happy with 20 points because that was on a regular NQ on just an eval, but it's an eval that is now about 700 hours away from passing. $72 to $92 there. Thank you, Jay. It's a setup I really like. You can see how we popped up here, hit the 9, came back down, and it popped up again. And usually that second pop works. I liked it even more that it was it did finish above the 9. It didn't really like that wick, but it worked, obviously. Does get close to that 9 EMA. No, I guess that's a Bollinger Band. 9 EMA is up a little higher. Pulls back. Did get overextended on the RSI. Hanging right around 24,200. Nice blue candle on the 5-minute chart as well. It just finished. If I had a 5-minute setup, I would. You know what? Where's top step? There it is. We're going to go long on 1 micro on top step. And we're going to target 271. I don't know why. 271's a EMA. So let's see if that works. AJC? JJR? JJR, what's VT? It's the second morning in a row you'd say, good morning, VT. Hey, Chuck. Oh, okay, never mind. That's okay. That is weird. I still don't know what's going on with my chat. Never mind. Here, I'll show you what I'm seeing. Uh, so let me move this up. See there, JJR, it says good morning V.T for some reason with that weird Chinese or Japanese. But when I mouse over it, then it says good morning, Mott. I have no idea what's going on with my YouTube chat. That's weird. So never mind me. It's YouTube being stupid. We're still rising up here. I don't know. Sorry, the only place I see that is here in the YouTube chat. It's only been the last few days too. So hit double bells and pulled back. Gold with a big pop. Hey, David, how you doing? Thank you. Another pop up. Struggling with that EMA that's sitting there. I appreciate you stopping in, David. Always nice to see you. I'm getting double bells. Oops, sorry. I need to kill that beeping. Sorry. Forgot to do that. Took my top step trade off for 20 points on one micro.
Hey everyone! It's time to gore the like button.
You have U.S. durable goods report coming up in about 2 minutes. 2.5 minutes. Morning, Paul. Double bell setup. Minute before news. RSI still rising. I don't know if I like it. You can see the double bells back here did not really work. They did and they didn't. If I had taken it off that little doji there, it would have worked, but it went all the way down to that 9 and bounced, so that wasn't really an entry for me. This is well above the 9, but I think we're just going to observe and see what it does. Could have been a 10-point play, possibly. Let's see if it does it. Told myself yesterday not to doubt the bells. And I'm glad I doubted the bells there as we continue to pop. I am sorry I got out of my top step trade though, because my original target was 270. I got out at 225. It's going 21 points. Durable goods report comes in at negative 1.4. Forecast was negative 1.2. Did see a big pullback there on crude oil. It's kind of odd considering the news coming out of the White House, but we did get above 116 before it dropped down to under 115 here. Hey, trades by Ron. Good morning, guys. What? I don't have any food. I fed you already. Go lay down. Now we pull back. And I should have probably taken that as that was probably the signal after the double bells that was legit. That's okay. We're too legit. We're too legit to quit. We have a Fed speaker speaking, apparently. Wasn't on the docket, but it just popped up on Financial Juice. Pull back there on gold as NQ comes down as well. And crude turns around. Hey, Jay. Hey, Graybeard. Been a couple of mornings since I've seen you. How you been doing? NQ trying to plop back up there. I've been doing all right. CNQ's kind of playing with two different EMAs there. Trying to sneak up. It's above the 9, but it's right underneath that 100. Bounces off that. It's in a weird area right here. It's bouncing between the 9 on the 1 and the 9 on the 5. 1 minute says it wants to come down, 5 minutes says it wants to go up. So we could kind of range here for a bit while the two fight.
Connection lost.
Gold kind of sideways as well here a bit. Crude oil is as well, so it seems like everything's kind of in a holding pattern. And looks like the move down is the one that's going to work for now. This crude oil pops just a tad. Double bells. Oh, they went away. This could be our bounce spot. Potentially. And there's a blue candle. Not exactly the setup I want. It's really close to that 9 EMA. Let's see how it finishes here in the next 30 seconds. Sniffs that 9 and pulls back a bit. But we're going to go long. See if we can break it. If we can, I'm going to shoot for 220. Nope. I should not have taken that one. I can tell already. So I'm going to probably get back that last trade. Well, that last trade was 20 points. It's less than 10 points. So less than 10-point stop. Bouncing back up. Come on. Come on, feel the noise. And cue rocking boys. Come on. Come on, baby. Just give me a couple points here. I'm seeing that blue. I like that blue. That's a pretty blue. Yes, I'm insane. Oh, hit that 9, bounced right off of it. Trying to burst through. There we go. Sometimes you gotta know when to hold them, know when to Sometimes you gotta know when to shut up too. Out. Damn it, that was badly managed. I should have taken what it gave me instead of taking that loss. It gave me a chance to take it, and I got greedy and took the loss. It's the type of trades that I hate myself for. Everybody got very, very quiet. Slow grind down. You see this purple candle here would have worked for a nice slow grind down. It was a signal to take. I should have taken it. Meanwhile, gold gave me a great purple on the 5 as well there, and I didn't take that either. Oh, look at gold drop there. Down 10, almost 10 points on this 5-minute candle. About 10 minutes from the top of the hour. Double bells. Again. It's a better place for him there. I really wanted that candle to finish red. Luckily, it's not making me feel like I missed anything here yet. There we go. Glad I did not fall for that tiny little green candle as it continues to fall. There's a bounce. I potentially like that bounce if that candle goes green. I do. You know, purple, green, red. It's all different colors. Nope, not going to be green, I don't think. Still taking it. Probably stupid, but maybe I probably should have taken the... Yeah. Didn't get the target there in time. Should have been a 5-point play, and I didn't get the target there at the 9 in time. So let's see if it comes back up for me and touches it again. Close. There it goes. Target hit. Took 4 points there. Not a lot, but got most of that last trade back. That's a blue candle, so I might end up re-entering here. I like it. If it finishes above the 9, which right now, and that just did. So we're in again. HR is about 11. Right now I have a 20-point target on it, but I'm not afraid to take it there at 10 points. Actually, this right here would make more sense. Right there. Come on, give me a little bit more. Comes back down. Got as high as 205. Oh, 205 is the 9 EMA on the 5-minute chart. These EMAs are so gosh darn important. Burst up again. There's 205 again. Can it burst through? 206. Boom. All right. Target hit. 13.5 point trade there. You can't see it because I had to take profit on logged in 2 other places. But that eval is up $600 today now. We'll move to the funded accounts as we head toward the bell. Thank you, Jay. Now, my original thought on that was that 100 EMA there, and you can see it's gone further. It's gone close to that. It looks like I may hit it. Yep. It's getting really close with 218. I was at a 210, so I mean, I'm not hurt by the fact it went a few more points. I won't cry, not today at least. Blue candle after a double bell almost always pays, or purple candle, either way. Now, see how it did stop right by that 100 EMA there? And it's a little hard to see with all those numbers there, but my chart looks a little messy. Just a little messy. Oh, we can go to we can go down to the micro. That's less messy. You can see how it almost got to that 100 EMA and pulled back. I did get a wow. I didn't notice it in time, but I did get a blue candle on the 5-minute chart, and wow. So remember earlier on that top step trade, I said my target was 271. I was in at like 203. If I had held, I would have hit my target there. Here is the 5-minute chart. Look at that beautiful blue candle there, finished above the 9. If I had taken that, that could have been another, wow, that could have been a 65-point trade. That popped up to 280. That must have been news. I don't see anything yet. It comes right back down. Oh, we didn't get double bells on that, but look how it hit on the 5. It also hit 100 EMA. That's kind of amazing to me. So it looked like that's what it looks like on the 1. Beautiful off that blue, and if I could just held that, but it's hard to hold. Gotta know when to hold them. Paul, sadly, it's kind of what I expected. Yeah, that was a wild pop. I agree. I mean, that was just a huge pop, and it's given it all back. I could have taken a short off that red candle there, and I should have probably. Now, the other question I have about all this going on, Trump's obviously threatened something to happen tonight with Iran. Now, is that our tonight or Iran's tonight, which starts many hours earlier? I, at what point do we need to start worrying as traders that big headlines are going to start coming out of something happening? And obviously, the concern should be more than our trading. That sounded very, very selfish on my part. But there's also nothing. It's not like I can do anything about whatever's going to happen. So I got to think about me and the traders in my community of when we need to be extra vigilant. You can see it gave back that whole pop, and it's falling now. A purple candle. And it's always odd how these things work. You see, this was actually a all red candles on micro. If you go to the mini, we had this tiny little green candle, which gave me a purple candle, which would have been an entry. So I'm not really trusting it right now anyway. Then we do have a blue candle bouncing back up. Do I like that blue candle? I guess. Maybe not. I hit the buy button, but nothing happened, so maybe it's a sign. I must have missed it. Morning, RJ. Good morning, RJ. Hey, convict. You you disappeared yesterday. You got a good win on that trade down, didn't you? That you were targeting, I think it was 270. Did bounce off that blue candle. Technically, it was a symbol, not a signal, but I did not like the fact that it was tied up in those EMAs. said the same thing about the one yesterday, convict. Long off that blue. Immediately gives me a bell. Hate it when that happens, but there we go. Boom. Or not boom. Come on, boom. Let's boom some more. Like we did last summer. Double bells. We're going to take that there for 11 points. 230.25 to 241.25. We're now up 8.15 on the day on this take profit trader eval, which of course I'm not copy trading. It looks like I got out at a good spot. That was a double bell. It's flirting with giving another double bell or doesn't want to pull back. I could have got 250. That was my original target, 250, and it just hit 250. Yeah, it just hit my original target, but I'm not unhappy. Because you can see it just touched it and pulled back. Technically a short signal there with the double bells, but don't really like it there. It might come down to that 9 EMA, but I don't think it's going to go further than that. I think it's going to continue up. So far, I'm right. Now here it comes. Well, I should come down and maybe touch that 9 and then bounce back up. Which means it should go all the way down to like 0. So and there it is. There touched the 9 like I thought. So I wish I listened to myself on that. But anyway, so here it is, April 7th. I think that's what it is, right? And apparently we had some snow overnight here. Hey, John, how you doing? I'm very sorry to hear that. about the funeral, that is. Hey, Teo. I meant that you had to go to a funeral. That was a quick, nice move down there off that purple candle. So the double bell setup didn't work there. I was wrong. I expected it to bounce again, but it did not. It might bounce here, though, as it came down to the 9 EMA on the 5. And there's the bounce. Almost perfectly off that 5 EMA. I mean, that 9 EMA on that 5. Go to the 5-minute chart. Look at that. Beautiful bounce right there. Just beautiful, beautiful. See if it continues up, though. Might want to try and come back down here. Struggling to get through that 9. There, maybe. It's unsure of itself right now. Oh! Well, I don't know what caused that, but wow. 233 down to 196. And back up, waiting for a news flash here. I guess that deserves a... Comes most of the way back up. Not seeing anything red yet. Wow, Paul. Wow. Still not seeing why that happened, but now it's shooting me a blue candle. which makes it a blue shooter. I swear, I mean, it won't affect my trading anyway, but I'll get rich enough to afford a Bloomberg terminal because I hate waiting to see what the news is that caused these moves. I think that only cost like $25,000. Maybe it's this headline. It's not in red though. There are no negotiations with us who want Iran to surrender under pressure. Senior Iranian source. We're going to need to be careful all day long today. I mean, always need to be careful every day. But today, with the whole deadline tonight that Trump set with Iran, we could have headlines coming out at any given time. You got to have an ace in the house. Hey, Ace, how you doing? Sideways. It has the potential to be crazy, Melody. Oops. Oh, didn't even see you pop up there. Give me 1 minute. I forgot you're early. If U.S. attacks Iran's power plants, the entire region in Saudi Arabia will fall into complete darkness. Senior Iranian source. That might have been what caused that big move down. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm doing okay. I did wake up a little early today.
Another red headline. If the situation gets out of control, Iran's allies will also close the Bab el-Mandeb waterway. Senior Iranian source. I have no idea what that even is. So yeah, with Trump is already, if you didn't see headlines from earlier, Trump said a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. And then he says it might not happen with regime change, blah, blah, blah. But basically, it sounds very dire. And we could be seeing headlines all morning between the United States and Iran, or all day, that we need to watch out for just odd spikes like we had like 5 minutes ago.
Well, that should make for a fun time.
Yeah. And now, nothing political about this, because, I don't like us talking about politics. But that statement from Trump makes me wonder if there's more than one person that has say over the nuclear arsenal, because that sounds that dire to me. That could be on the table, the way he made that sound. A whole civilization will die. So, I mean, I don't think we have the ability with just bombs to make an entire regular bombs to make an entire civilization go away. But I don't like the tone of that at all.
I agree. It's a pretty aggressive thing to say. I'm holding out hope that he has said some crazy stuff before, and maybe this is just another crazy thing. But yeah, it would be something bigger than what we're already doing if we're going to wipe them out. So that does get scary. But I do also wonder sometimes, like, how much money have you made in the last 2 weeks
Yeah.
off of the markets? I'm sure plenty of people have been doing good. So I do see that crude oil's up again, probably could hit 120 today, I guess.
Yeah, we hit 116 overnight, which is shocking to me that NQ and the other indices are as high as they are. I would think that with oil up to 116 and all that, you would have seen NQ down near 20,000, not still above 24.
Right? I think too that, like, I don't know, some of it is just maybe the market gets used to it. Like, there's like initial shock when oil's a lot higher than normal. It practically doubled. I mean, that's a lot more than normal. But like after a few weeks, the market kind of settles in at where it's at and then just keeps going as normal. But like it still responds to stuff really aggressively. So it's obviously not completely desensitized.
I will say this: everybody that had been for the past 6 months to a year that has been predicting a recession or predicting that the market's going to have a huge pullback, this would have been a great excuse for that pullback to happen, and it hasn't. So maybe that's not going to happen.
Yeah, you're right. This would be the time. I wonder, I haven't really kept track. I know that we infuse money into the market sometimes. And by we, I mean, I don't know the Fed. I don't even know who does it. But it'd be interesting to know if we've done that a lot recently.
That's a good
I think
question,
we
too.
probably would have heard about it if it was a lot. Who knows?
Yeah, JJR, saw someone mentioning $150 oil, too. I forget who it was, but I saw that headline yesterday.
Hope it was Jim Cramer.
If it was Kramer, I'll be ready to buy oil at negative prices again.
Yep. Yep.
So, with all that said, guys, what do you think at the bell? First 5 minute candle going to be red or green? By the way, if you post this on Discord, you get points toward the Discord engagement program. And Teo's the one keeping track of that. So if you post at Pineapple, you might get bonus points. So I've only taken trades on an evaluation this morning. That evaluation's up $815. And
Dang.
yeah, I've been taking it on regular and Q. Only lost one trade so far. I did take. Oh yeah, I also took a trade on topstep for like $50. That was on one micro. But only $283.50 away from passing that eval.
Very nice.
Teo, what you don't know is every time you put in a positive number for yourself, I set the script to actually make it negative. So if you win, you actually owe me money. Now I have not seen USC Sun yet, Ace. So, red or green? I think we're gonna. I don't know. I think it's gonna be green for the first 5 minutes, but it's an iffy location. Hey, freighter. 2 minutes to go, just about. I'm going to look up what the heck the Bab el Mandeb waterway is. Straight major global checkpoint between Yemen and Djibouti in the Horn of Africa. That was a quick spike down, right back up.
2 minutes till the bell.
So overnight high 422, overnight low 133. Kind of like right in the middle of it. Closer to the low than the high, I guess.
Here we go. Oh, wow.
Wow. 308. Crude comes down some. And then keep giving most of that back. You know, we closed barely green on the first 1 minute candle after popping huge. And now we go red on the 5 minute. Well, kind of flashing green and red. Like a broken stoplight. I think that's a good call, Ace. I don't have an ES chart up. I'm not sure how I did that. I have a Dow, no ES. Wow, they moved down. Too big for me to take here, I think, as well. I like that purple candle. If anyone's looking for a job, day traders looking to add to their marketing team. Just popped up on my notifications. There's a bounce. Glad I didn't take the purple. It's coming right back down, so maybe.
Oh my gosh, NinjaTrader needs to change their alerts. Well, I guess I can change that, can I? Never mind.
I think so, yeah.
I'm here just like losing my actual mind when the alarm goes off because it's so loud. But I suppose it always gets my attention. Like I will never miss an alert.
Purple candle here forming. ATR is at 20 on the 1 minute. Struggling to get lower there, though. Well, back to green. Less than a minute to go on this 5 minute candle. Crude oil just popped heavy on the news that Russia's North Sea oil refinery suspended oil processing since the 5th following a drone attack. So this 5 minute opening candle has a range from 308 down to 198, so 110 points. It looks like it's going to finish down about 15, 20 to be exact.
Ooh.
I have an ES chart here somewhere. Oh yeah, I do. There it is. Oh, is that a 10-point trade, Ace? I just saw where ES went. ES was that was a much cleaner candle than NQ by far. Nice work, Ace. there's a blue candle pop back up
Here
on
we go.
NQ.
These are both escalator rides. Bend down today.
Nothing wrong with a good whoosh, Ace. Wow, look at this pop back up. I think you got out at the right time, Ace. That was a blue candle. Technically a signal as it was above the RSI, but I don't feel confident right now.
I don't know. We got some big old wicks coming out, which makes it hard.
Iran closes all diplomatic and indirect channels of contact with the United States. Anybody that might be trading this evening need to be very careful. Hey, USC. Coming down. Purple candle there did lead to that down move, but oh, Dow falling hard. Dow down 250 points. Crude oil approaching 116. Right back up. Yeah, I agree. Gray beard doesn't seem to want to separate. It looks even worse on the 5-minute chart. This is what the 5 looks like. Now it is heading downward, but that's the ugly looking 5. Not that we're judging. And there's gold going down.
I feel like it wants to go down. Like I feel like at least NQ. ES already has gone down quite a bit, so I feel like it's just needing to follow. And then yeah, gold's just tanking. Which is hilarious because I was looking at potentially a gold long, and it blew right through where I was going to take that. So I was like, okay, guess not. And that's why I don't use limit orders, because I'm too scared that it's just going to fly through it, fill it, and then like, who knows? Stop out. Could be anything. I mean, I still use limit orders, but I don't set them that far ahead of time.
Yeah. It'll pop back up. Not sure I trust to pop back up, but it is a blue candle. Morning, I'm Matt. How are you? I should have taken the blue candle. That popped 20 points real quick. Yes and no. I'm at nothing scheduled, but today's the deadline for Iran to make a deal with the United States, or Trump says he's going to eliminate the civilization. So we're expecting headlines all day coming from both sides. So that did pop about 20 points. It comes right back down now, red candle. Yeah, I kind of want to take that short, but decided not to. Failed to get above both EMAs there, so that would have been a good short. We broke 200 there for a second, and for our overnight low of 133, so we're not far off. Ooh, now we're moving with velocity. I should have taken that short. Or the bounce. I don't know anymore.
Yeah. They're just so quick. I think I'll probably try. I want a short here, but I don't want to chase it. So let's see if it comes back a little. I don't know.
180 seems to be where it's struggling to get lower. Let's see what it does. They're only down to 140 about an hour and a half ago. Getting double bells here as we drop down to 160.
Thanks for that. I did take a quick short and I got out of it because you said you got double bells, which is a reversal sign, right?
Yeah.
Look at that. It bounced a little bit. I'm glad I got out. That was a quick like $20 short on a micro.
Okay, right back down, but still giving me double bells. So we'll watch here to see whether or not I get a green. Double bells can continue for a few candles. So, but yeah, when I see them, if I'm in a trade going that direction, I tend to want to jump out right away.
Yeah. I mean, I did have like 155 as kind of a potential consolidation or even reversal. So it kind of lined up with that.
Still right down to 150. Still double bells. Hey, it did not finish green. Now it's giving me a blue.
Order filled.
Took the long 2 micros. I went at 180. Did not wait for the candle to close, which isn't exactly ideal, but you know, ended up being right around where the candle would have closed anyway, so that works. Like 180, but ooh, this may not work. It's not working. Wow. It was probably too close to the 9. I think I was too jumpy on this one. But maybe. Oh, come on back for me. Come on back.
Order
Stuffed
filled.
out. Glarg. Ouch, that was a big stop too. 81 bucks? Really? Ow. Okay. And now it comes back.
Dang. Yeah.
Probably the one I should have waited for to begin with. Yep, another blue candle. Is me being too jumpy or just not getting out quick enough when it gave me like 9 points originally. Yeah, now it's not that great of a candle.
Order filled.
target
Order
hit.
filled.
So I got half back. Really? Did I only go in with one? No, I went with two. 25. Oh, yeah. Well, okay, that was 40, but yeah, okay. So I got about half back. Just candle I should have waited for to begin with. I could have got 20 if I held.
It's all right. Green is green, especially on days like this. Or like days like we've had for the last month, I guess. I don't know.
Nice pop back to 200.
Like gold didn't go too far down before retracing back to the open for overnight, at least. None of my indicators have been good on gold today, so I'll probably not trade that. But it's still fun to watch.
Dow's had a pretty impressive bounce back up. Dow got down to 536 and it's bounced back up to 689. In a move that could shake the market to its core, the UK government has blocked Kanye West from entering Britain, the headline festival. Thank you, Financial Juice, for letting me know.
Always with the hard-hitting news. That is, I mean, I have not followed it, but I've seen his name pop up a few times lately.
We reject down, back down on NQ. Hit the 9 on the 5 and right on down. Hard. Maybe the market does get affected by Kanye news. Down to 153.
I don't know. We're pretty close. I feel like it feels right that we could dip under 6,600 on ES and under 24,000 on NQ. I feel like today could be a day for that. We're pretty close.
I agree. Oil did pop back up to 116.
I just feel like, how do you not put an oil long in like at 6:58? Well, sorry, Central, but like right before the speech tonight
Oh
or the
yeah,
announcement tonight or whatever.
yeah. I don't know. It's you never know what he's gonna say. If he says, "Yeah, we're gonna give them," I think he's in tune to the market where like oil prices are jumping so much that gas prices are jumping so much that he could say something totally different than what we're expecting.
True.
You gotta
It's
think,
tempting though.
yeah, oh yeah, and but you also got to think that brokers are going to increase margins out the wazoo for
Uh-huh.
tonight.
Absolutely.
That said, I'll probably put on a micro crude somewhere on something tonight.
Yeah.
As always, guys, not financial advice. And keep trying to get down to overnight lows. And there it is. 133 was the overnight low. Just broke it down to 130. I talked about Dow's recovery. It's given it almost all back. Copper down hard. Gold coming back down. Agriculture's looking positive.
Always good.
Wow, we're dropping hard now. Down to 103 if we're low.
ES did get 65.99 for like half a second.
And there's a break of 100. Interestingly, I'm getting double bells on the 15-minute chart. Not sure. I haven't really tested the 15 for doubles. Ooh, that was a tiny little bounce candle there on NQ. Did not take it. It seems like that was the right decision. It's teasing me. Good decision not to take it so far. Down to 85. Let's bounce it again in that same area. Previous candle got down to 80. Okay, candle's going to finish purple. Back down to 80. Struggling to get through 24.080.
I feel like it's stuck at 180 and 188 too.
Yep. There it broke 80. Down to 72. Down to 70. And still falling. Double bells on the 5-minute now. Chat got really, really quiet.
Everybody just enthralled with trading.
Wow, whooshy whoosh, down hard. Hey, Mike, we'll get that 24,000 that you were talking about just a little bit ago. Wow.
Gold's dumping too. Just crossed its overnight low. It must be that the Canadian PMI didn't hit its forecast. I'm just kidding. I just saw the Canadian PMI. I was like, that must be it.
Yesterday's low is 23,981. So I wonder if it's shooting for that. There's a green candle, potentially. Perfect vibes. Welcome to the stream. I don't recognize your name, so I'm assuming you're new. We could use some vibes right now. Solid green candle here. I like it. Kind of. See how it finishes. Beaten down a little bit toward the end of the candle. 15 seconds. More wick than body right now. Ooh, got really beat down at the end. Wow, turned red. ended up being just like a tick green, but yeah, that's still going. There's 24,000. Just dipped under to 997. $994 the low, back up to 24,000. It's struggling. Candle finishes purple as well. Ooh, a quick spike to green on the next candle. Every time I think it wants to pop, it gets beaten hard. Here it comes again.
Order filled.
Or long. Shooting for 44. Struggling at 30, 35 area.
Order.
Took it
Order
at 31, so 11-point trade. It might still get there, but let's see if it does. Yeah, looks like it's gonna. Just didn't like the way it just kept stopping at 35, and it would have got to my original target. I'm almost back to green. Oh, maybe I'm not almost back to green. What? Yeah, 26. Ooh, okay, there was the rejection. So it did hit my original target by a tick, and they rejected off the 9 like I expected. So now look for it to come down, maybe give us another blue candle back up. See if it wants to come, if it's ready to come up. I did get double bells on the 5-minute as well. This current 5-minute candle is a green double bell. So we'll watch how that finishes as well. If I entered that off that double bell on the 5, my target would be around 118, which would be about a 70-point trade.
Pretty big.
Assuming I'll actually hold that long. I'll probably take that on top step. I took a 5-minute setup on top step earlier, so maybe I'll do that. Right now it is rejecting off that 9 on the 1. Back down to 24.021. So about a 20-point pullback here. Here's the setup that I could If this goes green on this candle, on the 1, that's the kind of setup I like. Basically, up to the 9, pulls back slightly, and then does a UE back up. And you see a blue candle forming, or I believe you do. I haven't done any looking at that. Oh, nope, just reject it. Blue candle was there for a second. I apologize. I had the regular NQ chart up, not the micro. You didn't see that last trade. There we go. Oil up to almost 117. So any movement up here will actually be a surprise. And if I looked at oil beforehand, I might not even have taken that last long. A 5-minute candle I was talking about on the NQ is barely green now. It got beat back down pretty hard. It's got 50 seconds on it yet, so we'll see how it finishes. There's NQ popping. So I ended up taking the NQ trade on topstep, 1 micro. We're going to shoot for, what did I say? 100 exactly where the 9 moved to, so it's a good even number. And I'm in at 24,035, so it'll be exactly a 65-point trade if it works. Yeah. It's iffy based on the RSI right now. You see the RSI on the 5-minute. You can see it still has room to move down. So that was an iffy trade. So we'll see how it works out. I'll monitor it. If a 1-minute chart gives me a reason to get out, I'll get out. Right now, it's working. Ooh, it's working nicely. Although it's giving me a single bell. Getting really overextended on the RSI actually. It's a 32-point separation. You see that big wick, it pulled back significantly. Let's see if it can pop back up here. Yeah, down. So it would have been better if I had gone for like a 20-point trade instead of a bigger trade. Let's see what it does. See if it bounces off that 9 and heads back up. Just trying. Not hard enough. Crude oil still playing with 117. There's a blue candle. Blue candle went away. Closed this top step trade almost break even. I got 4 points, but on micro, so nothing to write home about. See if it comes back up. Purple candle on the one though. This was a reason for me to get out, as well as crude hitting 117 there. 117.07 I think might be the new high day. CNQ struggling to get through about 55. So it did pop back up. I could have got out for a better. Might still run up there to that. My original target for that top step trade would have been up here at this white line, the 9 EMA, which has come down to 94 now. My original target was 100. See if it would have gotten there. See if I ended up being way too paper-handed. It looks like the answer to that question is yes, as it just popped to 82.
Wee.
Wow. So, yep, it just would have hit that target. So, paper hands. I hate it when I'm right and then yet I still don't follow through.
Same. And I wish I had a fix for that, because that I'd fix myself. But
Although I do think that might have been from this headline, because you see crude coming down some. Nigeria's finance minister says Nigeria is ready to intervene to offset Iran war impact. And I think Nigeria has oil, so I think.
I mean, it's just wild to me. I don't really know the resources in Africa because we just don't talk about them as often, other
Yeah.
than like, diamonds that kids die to get, but that's a different story. Man, I saw there's a place, I don't know if I think it's like Kentucky. I don't know, but you can go to some park and you pay like $20 and you can go try to find your own diamonds.
Oh yeah, I've seen
And you
that.
just mine your own.
And people have gotten some big diamonds from there.
Yeah. It's just reminds me of gold panning because the west half of my state has Black Hills gold, is what it's called. So people will go out there and pan in some rivers and stuff. There's not much left out there. But some people make a living out of that. So
It's probably been a lot easier to make a living out of that the last few months.
yeah, no kidding.
Getting a double bell here. Look at it go. So I hate it when I'm right. Garg. Anyway, so we've bounced 130 points in the last 10 minutes or so. As crude comes down to 116.25 after hitting 117.07.
Order filled.
Short off the double bells with love 92.
What's your target?
Yeah, I put it at 96. 92 is where the 9 EMA is there, but I put it at 96. It was a red candle on MNQ. It was a green candle on NQ. So, yeah.
That's weird.
I mean, it literally, there, difference by a tick or two can make them red or green. It's gotten down to 108. I'm in at 118. Bouncing on me, though.
Gold has really recovered, almost back to its opening again. NQ might tick off the overnight low.
Order
Took it off
order
at 10,
filled.
106. So that was a 12-point trade. What I wasn't thinking about, and I do this too often, I put my target on 96. It makes more sense to put the target right on 100 because there's a chance of it bouncing off the even number. It got down to 99. So I ended up taking off at 106 after I watched it bounce. I'm now red on the day by anywhere between $1.74 and $8.40.
That's not bad. But that is a kind of a wide range.
And my take profit trader, the funded account, is profitable by exactly $1.
Hey, daily payout. No, I'm just kidding.
And it came down to 96.5. So pretty much hit my target, but still I'm not upset with where I got out. Not sure, Jay. Probably a bunch. I mean, probably not a lot. Let me see if I can find out. Trade performance. Doesn't like to show me my trade performance for some reason. It doesn't show me my Tradovate trade counts in the trade performance. Please hold. Good morning, Hassan. Yeah, that fell. So You know, the double bells, and yes, I did take that double bell, Hassan, before you go grabbing a bus ticket. But I should hold them longer, I feel like, because that one worked. Even that, you know, obviously it's gone 30 more points than where I got out. So far today in commissions, Jay, I've paid $11.40 on the my funded futures. Blue candle trying to curl back up here, and I just don't think I trust that. I think it wants to come down. And so far, that looks right. And it's kind of now just hanging around this 24,100 area. Crude bounced back up to 116.58. U.S. State Department issues a shelter-in-place order for all Americans in Bahrain.
I mean, who's still there?
Good question.
You think, like, I would not stay, I don't think. But who knows?
That festival has been canceled in the UK because of Kanye West being banned from the country.
That's wild.
I think they would have checked on that first. Where are we sitting, guys? Red, green, or somewhere in between? Blue candle. I like it. I think. It's kind of struggled here. I don't know. USC, always somebody that's in between. Ooh, okay. That's a huge pop. That already went to where my target was going to be if I had entered that blue candle, so I'm not entering it blue candle. That was a 51.1 minute candle. The White House denies Washington's intention to use nuclear weapons in Iran. So I wasn't the only one thinking that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And then apparently that's good for a 50-point pop on AQ. Only 50 points for no nuclear weapon. And you gotta love it that that headline came right after the Kanye West headline. I mean,
Real.
right back down. So hit that 100 EMA, came right back down. Why couldn't they wait to release that headline for another 30 seconds? I would have entered the smaller blue candle, got my target, and got out, and all have been right with the world.
And right back down with gusto.
I cannot sing the next line of that song, Jay. Normally, if someone gives me a lyric, I'll go with the next line if I know it, and I can't with that one. I'm trying to bounce right back up with a blue candle. Iran cuts off direct diplomacy with the United States. Market looks a little bit confused here now. It's kind of sitting on this 9 EMA. Dow's strong move back up, though. Crude coming back down again. Close to it. Hold on. I'll bring it up. It's 5 minutes, slightly purple, but more wick than body. And now we're getting moved down. Not sure that's the most confident I would feel about taking a purple off the 5. But it is actually a 27-point candle, 30-point candle now.
This is a really tough day for tight stops, which I like to use. Because it's like wicking really hard, really fast, which easily wicks out a tight stop and then of course goes in the same direction. But I feel like that's been tough today.
I took a short off that 5-minute candle on top step, which is where we're taking my 5-minute plays. Put the target down to the low. Well, put it, I don't know, 24.020, but I'll kind of watch it. I have no idea where I'm going to put the target. It's crawling back up though.
Sorry, alert got me again.
What's that? Oh,
My
good.
alert got me again. I couldn't tell if you heard me gasp and say, oh my gosh, but I did.
No velocity here right now at all. Kind of trying to stay magnetized toward that 24,100 area, just slightly under it. Purple candle on the 1, but we are getting bells. Not double bells, but bells, which actually are question marks. Now we're getting some movement down. Now we're getting double bells. Double bells hit about 0.60. Went away for a second. They're back. So we're going to close that top step trade for about 14 points, 15 points. Blue candle back up from the double bells. Top step's up $77.78 per account, 5 accounts. And Q came up, touched that 9 EMA on the 1. Let's see if it gets through it. I don't really like the blue. I mean, I like blue candles at the double bells, but I don't like them when they're rubbing the 9. That sounded bad.
I was trying to come up with a joke. I was like, something. I was like almost there.
Not if Hassan's still here, he's going to be pulling his hair out. I did not take the double bell setup here. Yeah, looks like that was a potentially good move. Let's see. Comes back down. Still feels, as Graybeard said, like a fist fight here. Now, if this candle finishes blue or even a solid green, that I will be interested in taking. Let's go back down to the 1 here because I'll take it on a micro. All right. See, can't sustain above the 9. Oh, well, wow. Okay.
This feels newsy.
Yeah. It also feels like I should have taken that original blue candle.
Okay, but how could you know?
Excellent, Crip. Glad to hear that. Well, that came right back down. The only thing I'm seeing right now is Greer saying U.S. is looking to maintain stable relations with China. I don't think that would cause that headline. I mean, that would cause that pop. Did you go out and have some fun with your kid yesterday, Crift? So far, only seeing China news, not seeing anything that caused that pop. Awesome, Crift. Whatever it was, crude dipped hard at the same time. It's coming back up, but it got down to 115.42. Still not seeing anything pop on financial juice. Nice, JJR. Let's try to tempt me with another blue candle. Not the most confident in it. Oh, nope. Finished green and below the 9, so nope, nope, nope. So besides that weird pop, we're just kind of still in this funk. Can't decide where it wants to go.
Yeah, it really came right back to exactly where it was chopping before, too.
Purple candle there on the 1 on NQ, but I don't know if I want to trust it. It's just it would have worked for 10. There's a crude headline. OPEC output fell most in decades last month on war, according to a survey.
I don't know. We still didn't technically hit prior day low at 831, 23, 831, 91. I don't know. I just read all of those numbers wrong. 23, 981. There we go. So I feel like we'll still hit that, but we could hit it later or never. It just one of those things where it seems too close for it not to go down there.
I feel like the market wants to go down, but yet it's not getting the headlines it's expecting totally to do so, if that makes sense. It's like it's anticipating something big, but the headlines aren't giving it exactly what it's expecting. I don't know. The way it popped on the denial of use of nuclear weapons, that felt that they're looking for something positive. I don't know. It's this evening could be very interesting just to sit back and watch the markets.
For sure, I will probably have a chart pulled up on my phone just to see what happens.
Must see TV.
Yep.
Just a slow grind right now. 5 minutes to the top of the hour, 35 minutes until London close. Down to under 24,050 now, but God, this is a slow grind.
Where it'll probably shoot down 75 points here in a second and then pop right back to where it's at.
Yeah, ATR is down to 21 on the 1 minute chart, 47 on the 5. How many different headlines do we need that says Iran has stopped negotiations with the United States?
It is, I really do feel like we get those about 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah, I mean now the New York Times says it. What, they didn't believe whoever the headline Wall Street Journal was 20 minutes ago. So what? They don't believe the Wall Street Journal, so they need to hear it from the Times.
I mean, some people live their lives that way, where they have like one specific newspaper or journal or whatever.
It's true. And here's that big quick drop you were mentioning.
Yep, there it is.
Doesn't want yesterday's low. And crude bounces up as that's dropping. Well, the New York Times has cited 3 Iranian officials on halting of talks. Not waiting for others to try to raise that. We're citing 4. We cited
Yep.
dozens. So another frustrating thing is that topstep trade that I ended up taking off My original target was 24,020. That one would have hit as well. And we just broke. Well, there it is. 983, I think. 982. So we basically touched yesterday's low. Now, will it bounce here? Or will it break? Sounds like a game show. Will it bounce or will it break? I don't know if my mic's picking it up. If you guys hear a siren, don't worry about it. Just a tornado siren. It's their monthly test. The first Tuesday of every month at 10 a.m. Central, they set off the siren. Crip, do you have the tornado sirens up where you live? I missed this green candle. I was watching the 5-minute. That was a good green candle right there. That was a great entry. You still hear the tick-tick sound? Yeah. Air raid. Oh, well, glad I didn't take that long. Okay. So now we just bounced down to 974. Oh, no, I might have been hitting something. You see, my leg was kind of moving around.
I probably picked up my super loud keyboard. My bad. Because I was typing and I am not now. So it could be that.
I'll remember that for next month, Teo. Another green candle forming here on the 1. Tiniest of green. It's that's not the most confident green I've ever seen, so we did not take it. And that was a right move, at least so far.
Order filled.
I took it now because it burst up. 987 entry. I want 007. Looking for James Bond. It might have been too reactionary on my part. Looks like I'm going to get stopped.
Order filled.
Stopped out. Small loss. falling harder. Well, at least you didn't fantasize about stabbing her with the pens, USC. I know that, USC. Most pineapple lovers are very kind-hearted. It's in their nature to love everybody.
Order filled.
We're long again. Shooting for 980-ish. I was wondering if you all would get the joke there. I was going to be disappointed if you did. This is not going the way I wanted it to. Popped up some, pulling back now. Red candle. Give me another green. Come on, baby. That answer is no, it will not. Or maybe it will. Come on there. I like that blue. Come on, show me a Smurf candle.
Order filled.
There we go. Target
Order
hit. I
filled.
did add a second one. The second one only got me 8 additional points. But
Nice trade.
we're green on the day.
Very nice. Awesome.
It's interesting how NT does that, where, you know, I entered the trade at a different spot, but it kept my original target instead of putting the next target in, you know, the second contract in at a target that would have been another 34 points away, which would have been really nice considering how nicely this burst up right up to 24,000. It's also very slow because I should have entered that trade at 965 and I didn't enter till 971. So it was a burst right at the start of that candle, apparently. Slow reaction time. But look at it go here. Nope. Crude falling a bit. Let's see if there was news. Trump said 8 p.m. is happening. Unprecedented attack on Iran could still unfold, but that could change if talks improve today. Wow. Talk about a hedge. It's like saying I'm going to go long on Q unless I go short. Pulls back here. I did get single bells there. That could have been a short for a good 10 points. I need to trust the single bells as more because they do work often. Not as solid as the double, but still good. Big old blue candle on the 5-minute chart with no bells. Looks like they're too low for bells, but it's a good entry off the 5-minute. We'll see. It has a minute to go on it. Here's the 5. See that big old blue candle? It's the kind of move I like. We went up, rejected off the 9. This is going to be the second attempt. It's about a 30-point candle. See how it finishes. Yeah, I might take it on top step. You see on the 1 minute, we did pull back off those single bells. Entry would have been around 0.005 and got back down to 93. So it could have been about a 12-point entry, 12-point trade, I mean. Take a trade on top step off that 5-minute candle. We'll see where it goes. Immediately pulls back, so that's not a good sign. But putting a target up where the 20 EMA SMA is actually sitting, the Bollinger Band SMA. at about 24,067. So it'd be about a 60-point trade if it goes. Could put the target at the 9, which is at 24. See this? Ooh, whoosh.
Okay.
Wow, my target was just hit on top step. I'm up $195 on 5 different accounts there. Holy wow.
So I had entered a long on ES not like 5 seconds before that happened. And it was on my personal account, so I made $60. Pretty excited.
Excellent.
That's exactly the thing that I'm like, every time it's popped like that, I'm like, gosh, I wish I was already in a trade, because usually it is popping in the direction of like, I don't know, some of the technicals, I guess, or at least it's popping in the direction of my stuff, so that's helpful. But yeah, that one went a while and crazy.
Oh, it's kind of amazing, these pops and everything. As we look at this, it pulled back and we had this tiny little green candle, which could have been, I mean, it was literally within a tick of being a blue candle there, which would have been a trigger for me anyway. But look where it stopped, right at that 100 EMA. The red line there. Stopped and immediately pulls back off of it. So I still don't know what caused that. Here was the 5-minute setup that I took. And off this blue candle, and you see how far it popped. And it's giving back about half that 5-minute candle now already. As it hit that EMA. Trying to see if there's any news. I don't see anything. The only thing I've seen was Canada's Prime Minister Carney says Canada is looking at ways to help cushion the blow of high energy prices, but does not give details.
I mean, that's like the one thing, well, there's more, but I'm sure. But like living in Canada, their gas prices are way higher than ours already, like off the top, just as is. And so then when ours spike up, there's like almost double. But I also saw that there was somewhere in the US that had like $9 or $10 a gallon gas. And I don't remember seeing where, but I assume it's like Hawaii or something crazy.
RJ Wheel, you still here? What's it costing you? Diplomatic and indirect channels of talks with the United States are not closed. That's what caused that pop. That came from the Tehran Times newspaper. That pop gave us both wins, so I'll take it.
Very nice.
Blue candle trying to pop here. So here I'm going to want that 100 EMA again.
Order filled.
Target at 100 EMA, right below it. Ooh, it's coming right back down on me.
I'm about to write NinjaTrader and tell him to put an undo button in or else. I don't know what or else, but I would really like an undo button on NinjaTrader.
A red candle. Yep, it's going to stop me out. And we're going to go back to red on the day, I believe. Unless it bounces on the 9. Nope.
Order
Stuffed out.
filled.
Yeah. Red by anywhere from 40 cents to $11. So when you say undo, what exactly do you want undone?
The number of times I've deleted indicators off of my charts makes me insane. And like, I just wish I could undo it. I don't know why. I think it's because I have a couple, I mean, the volume profile indicator takes forever to load, and so does cumulative volume delta, and so I'm just impatient with my stuff loading.
It's going to bounce here. It's going to try to entice me to take this long again, isn't it? It is.
I think gold could actually really be trying to flip green on the day.
Order filled.
Yeah, because they're just kind of stuck at VWAP right now, but also at the open, and it hasn't gone anywhere.
It's going to stop me out again. This is what happens when I try to take in trend trade with momentum trades. Ooh, I put that way down low.
Order
Yep,
filled.
stopped out. Doesn't matter. Alrighty then. Honestly, those weren't real good signals. They were in line. They weren't really going. They weren't getting above the recent numbers. So that was probably a mistake to ever get in the second one anyway.
That's just another tough psychology thing of like when you get stopped out, but you see it go exactly where you thought it would go, and then you try to get in it. I do that a lot too, and it's just one of those things that's psychologically hard. Let's see if we get any more pops in the last 5 minutes of London.
Well, they're trying to convince me it wants to go long again.
Order
We'll
filled.
try it one more time. Why not? That's why not.
Kind of just in this tight range.
Yeah, someone tell the Tehran News to tweet that Trump has invited everyone over for Big Macs and to talk about everything. That'd be nice right about now.
There you go.
Maybe I should have taken that small win there. Let's see. Come on, buyers, pressure. Come on. Oh, there was a spike. Good job, Teo. Oh, didn't last long.
Order.
I'll take it
Order
off. I think
filled.
it's coming back down after that spike. Got up to 62. My target was 70. I ended up only getting 4 points off that. No disruption to oil facilities on Karg Island. Looks like I shouldn't have jumped out as it's heading back up with another blue candle.
It looks like crude's pushing down too, so that's probably helping.
5-minute chart showing a blue candle. Running into that EMA that keeps being so important, so I don't know if I really wanted to trust that. Well, would have hit that original target I had at that EMA. So the theme for today was I should have held trades. I was right more often than not, but got out with losses or with small wins based instead of holding. So that was London closed. We've reached the end of our time together today. As always, be careful, guys. This could be one hell of a day.
For sure. And we'll see what happens tonight, and then we'll see what's left of the markets tomorrow morning, I guess. It should be fine.
Or maybe even what's left of the world at this point.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Have a great rest of your day, everybody, and we'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Time for some more great trading action. Bye.